Saying this, she holds Kenji's hand, after which Kenji saw everything, black and white without colors around him. Kenji was looking around in this black and white world. That's when he saw a girl's soul standing a little far away, because of which he was so scared that he started screaming loudly. And now, as soon as Yukiko leaves his hand, everything goes back to normal, and everyone started looking colorful like before. We understood that by holding Yukiko's hand, now Kenji can also see ghosts, after which they both go to the dancing hall. And here Yukiko starts her work, and both come inside the building. As soon as Yukiko came inside, started thinking about something, in which she sees a boy with a guitar, the one who came to see the dance in this dancing hall. The girls who were dancing, Mary was the most beautiful among them. Yukiko also sees that Mary's soul has been stuck here for years. Then suddenly she started suffocating. Because Mary's death was also due to suffocation, she got so sick that she immediately fainted there. Seeing this, Kenji quickly came to her. As soon as he held Yukiko's hand, he could clearly see Mary's soul, which was standing very close to him. In a short while, Yukiko came to her senses. She got to know everything. When Kenji brought her in the car, Yukiko tells him that the boy with the guitar was Mary's friend. They both loved each other. But suddenly, the boy with the guitar, her friend, disappeared. Mary's soul is not for any special purpose. She is just waiting for her friend to return, and for this purpose, she has been stuck in this building for years because she died, but in the last moment, due to not meeting her friend, her soul is not at peace. Yukiko also came to know that the boy with the guitar is dead. That's why she thinks that if we bring Mary's soul and the boy's soul together, then both the souls will be at peace. But no one knew where the boy died and where his soul can be found. For this, now she will have to talk to the ghosts of the world, because only they can tell whether the boy's soul is with them or not. So now she leaves for this mission. First of all, she meets a farmer's soul. She shows him a picture of Mary's friend and asks about him. But when there is no use, she meets a dead soldier's soul. If nothing happens from here, she meets a scary soul of a school whose half body was not there. From here, she wants to meet the souls of those people who had died. Then she went to a hospital where there were many souls around her with whom these people talk. Then they go to the cemetery and meets the souls of those people who are living in peace. The souls of these people had found peace and tranquility. When asked about him here, they could not find any information about Mary's friend's soul. No one had seen him. After failing from all places, they started coming back to their car, where some goons were looting their car. Kenji immediately ran and went to the car. He tries to stop the goons, but on the contrary, they make fun of him and start beating him. Seeing this, Yukiko remembered her old time, where she was troubled in school in the same way. She was so troubled that she was tired of her life. That's why she cuts her wrists and tried to kill herself. Now, thinking about the old times, Yukiko's head started aching. She was worried. That's why her powers get out of control. Her health started getting worse. These powers spread and even went to those boys. That's why they left Kenji and started fighting with each other. They start hitting each other with knives. The remaining goons get very scared seeing this, immediately ran away from there, and Yukiko also faints. It was found out that Yukiko left school because of being worried. When she regains consciousness, she tells this to Kenji, but then she sees a biker's spirit who was sitting there wearing a helmet. Yukiko goes to him and asks about the spirit of her friend. Then fortunately, the biker points to one side and tells that his spirit is there. This made them happy that, thank God, we finally met the right spirit. Now they both go on the path told by the biker spirit. It's night, and they reach a strange and dark place. There was a building where these people enter. Inside, they see the spirits of 3 people who didn't know that they were dead. Yukiko shows them the picture of Mary's friend and asks about her spirit. Then they tell that her friend sent her to Taiwan because she had a lot of debt on her head. After telling this, those spirits started misbehaving with Yukiko, where Kenji tells them that you are a spirit. So what are you doing? You are dead. Hearing this, the spirits get irritated with anger. They take out a knife from their pockets and go ahead to kill them, and they quickly run away and save their lives. But in a hurry, their legs slipped and they fell down. Then another spirit pulls Yukiko and takes her with it. When Kenji goes to that place and sees, he finds out that it was the spirit of a homeless man who started talking to them. He tells them that my death was in sleep. When the spirit finds out that Kenji works in that construction company, he gets very angry. He got angry and started screaming loudly. Actually, this homeless man and his friends were living very comfortably near that dancing hall, but Kenji's company drove them away and snatched their place. This proved that somewhere this man died because of Kenji's company. This made the man sad and cry. Then he shows both of them his dead body, which was now rotting like a skeleton, and the spirit was wandering here. The man says that I want peace. If someone prays for me, my spirit will get peace. Hearing this, Kenji and Yukiko pray for Kenji to get peace. After some time, his spirit started shining, meaning he got peace, about to disappear. But before that, he tells them about a palace where there is a spirit with a cuts, who can help them to find the spirit of Mary's friend. After this, both of them left for the palace. When they came inside, they met a spirit with a cuts. There were many weapons and daggers on his body, so there were many cuts. He already knew about Yukiko and Kenji's mission, and he also got to know that they gave peace to a homeless man. That man stood up and said that he will help you to find Mary's friend's spirit. At this time, the spirit was caught by some goons in Taiwan. After this, the three of them boarded a plane to go to Taiwan. After getting off the plane, they were walking in the market. He started telling them his story. He was once the boss of the goons. One day, the boss of the other group had joined his people, and a lot of people stabbed him with a dagger and a knife, and he died right there. After this, they reached Mary's friend's spirit's place, where the spirit of the goons held him and imprisoned him. When this man moved ahead, there were 3 goons on the door. Seeing them, he ran, and after pulling the daggers from his body, he stabs in one's stomach and separates the neck of the other one. Now the way was clear, and these people moved ahead and came to a big warehouse where the goons had a lot of spirits, which now started moving towards them. Yukiko asks them about that spirit, but they don't answer. These people were not going to be controlled like this, so the man with the cuts made a plan to fight them. He started fighting them with his dagger and knife, and started fighting with them. Whoever was moving ahead, he cuts them badly. There was a pile of spirits there. During this, Yukiko and Kenji take advantage and begin to run, and fing Mary's friend's soul. But on the way, a spirit of a goon came and scared them. Then he attacked Kenji with a thing, but then the man with the cuts came and saved them. He freed both of them and beat him badly. A spirit came and stopped him, but he cut him with his hand. When he was beating them, he remembers that they're the same goons who attacked me and gave me a bad death in which my people are also there. Knowing this, he got angry and decided to take revenge. He got very angry and killed all the spirits, and everywhere there were corpses of spirits. There, Kenji and Yukiko finally found the one who was locked up in the jail. They both freed him and came to the man with the cuts. But because he helped in finding Mary's friend, did a good deed. His spirit find peace, who was once restless, and he also disappears. Then they make Mary's friend sit in their car and begin to take him to meet Mary. Now he was shy of meeting her. He said that he doesn't want to meet Mary. She will get angry at him. Then Yukiko told him that it's nothing like that. She loves you so much that she has been waiting for you for years. Hearing this, he got ready to meet Mary. On the other hand, the construction company workers have placed the bomb to destroy the dancing hall. During the way, Mary's friend tells them what happened from we learn their story. Actually, this boy has seen Mary dancing there. He liked her and made friendship with her by knowing that she is deaf and dumb. It means neither she can listen nor speak, as she was so intelligent to dance by feeling vibration of the music. Slowly, they started spending time together, and they fell in love. He promised Mary that they would become one after marrying. I will always with you and give you a happy life ahead. He bought a house and took Mary to show her. He told her that tonight he would come to take her, and we will marry and will live here forever. But before this, I have to do some tasks. I have to fight with some goons. Mary replies him by writing. She says, I trust you, and I will always wait for you to come. Saying this, she hugged him and he left. When he came to the goons, they sent him to Taiwan and killed him. Before Mary's dance, her inhaler was lost. She had asthma, so she used inhaler to breath. It didn't find, and her breath stated to lose. She started suffocating and died. Everyone became sad enough that they closed the dancing hall. Later, Mary's soul stayed her and started waiting for her friend always. After telling the story, Mary's friend became restless to meet her and asked to fast the car speed. Because of the overspeeding, the police come to investigate because Mary's friend wanted to reach as soon as he gets inside Kenji's body to avoid the police inquiry and began to control his body according to his own. His eyes suddenly turned ghostly and scary, and he tricks the police and start his car fast. Yukiko became afraid, and suddenly, the women who had cancer in the hospital came in front of them. He kept on driving the car, and he goes inside their body, but nothing happened to them. Seeing this, Yukiko was blown up that they were alive. Actually, they were not alive, but died in the hospital, because they didn't have much time, and they came here to say goodbye to Yukiko. He came there before he could blow up the dancing hall. Kenji and Yukiko come there. Now Kenji, who had Mary's friend's soul, he went ahead to stop this destruction, so they start beating him. Meanwhile, his soul leaves Kenji's body and starts moving towards the dancing hall to go near Mary, and he goes inside the building. They catch Kenji and make him press the bomb button. Inside, his friend found Mary's soul and happily started moving towards her. But before their souls meet, all the bombs start exploding, and this building is destroyed in a snap and is divided into many pieces. Everyone was happy to see this, but Kenji and Yukiko started crying after being sad, because before they could meet, they blew up the building, and they couldn't meet. Their hard work was wasted and they lost. Because of this, Kenji got so angry that he started attacking his boss and his co-workers and started beating them. He kept fighting them for a long time, but when he got tired, dangerous people started beating him, because of which he fell there and he had to calm down. Everyone left happily, but only Kenji and Yukiko were left, who were very sad because of this. But then they saw Mary and her friend in the middle of the broken building, whose souls were absolutely fine. Finally, they hug and meet each other. Seeing this, there was no place for their happiness, because they had succeeded in getting their souls to meet. Now Mary and her friend's souls also started shining because they also found peace. That's why they disappeared from there. Now the thing to notice here is that Kenji did not hold her hand. He was able to see those souls, which means that this whole incident has given him the power to see and talk to ghosts. Here Yukiko was also very happy, and now she decides to never kill herself, because her thoughts about life had changed. As soon as the mission is completed and they meet, they also happily leave from there. And with this happy ending, this movie ends here.